everybody. Barry Moore here at the BBB Sharing Podcast Studio with the Ignite program. We're on Cox Road, and we have a great studio. And we have the opportunity to bring the YMCA, and the man that's going to talk to us now, since we're on camera, YMCA, right?
See this way?
It doesn't matter. It depends on what camera you're looking at. But he asked me, please, Barry, don't make me do that. But you did it. You got a good sport. That's why you're the executive director of Excitement or Experience. But I think you should be Excitement.
We could change the title
because you're going to talk to us about what that means and just what should I expect when I go to Goochland to your Y or Shady Grove? What am I going to expect?
I could lay out all kinds of programs. I could tell you about all the things we do. When I think about the YMCA, when I think about Goochland, there's just a couple stories that jump out to me about what we do. So it's threefold: enriching learning, drowning prevention, and then advancing whole health. It was somewhere what we're going to do is going to fall into those categories. And Chrissy was talking about swimming lessons, and then Mary talks about a nonprofit status. And I think about a program we do called Learn to Swim, where we partner with every school in the county every second grader gets to come and gets free swimming lessons. I believe it's eight lessons or so where they come in. But with that, I think back to a couple of years ago, we had a young man that was in the pool who clearly was the sensory environment was too much. The pool was too loud for him. He did not get in the water, stayed off to the side. And so we talked to his teacher and tried to find out what was going on. We'll call him Gabriel. Come to find out, Gabriel is on the spectrum, the loud noises, the sensory overload, doesn't want to touch water, things of that nature. So we worked with the schools, and once the bubble went down and we were then an outdoor pool, we brought Gabriel and his family back. And thanks to the donations from caring community partners, we were able to give Gabriel and his brother free private lessons. And so with that, he got to experience what Learn to Swim meant. But the piece with that story is that you don't just get a child in the water and teach them to swim. When you teach a child to swim, when Gabriel came in and learned swimming lessons, learned how to swim, he learned that learning involves failure. And in that failure, try again, and you get better. And so in that, he started to build confidence. And in that confidence, he started to get confident. When Gabriel returned to school the next year after that summer, for both he and his brother, his teachers came back and just resoundingly how much more engaged in the classroom he was. And so just him having that confidence of what was going on, how to approach problems, knowing that if you get something wrong, it's okay, try it again. So that skill of being in and around the water, one, is a lifelong skill that he will carry with him the rest of his life, but it helped him in school. And helping him in school helped him to learn so many other things. So that you think about the why, and people think, we're more than a gym. There's so many other aspects that go on at the Y. I think about 50 or so group exercise classes that we run in a week just at the Goochland Y. I think about the active older adults. Coming out of COVID, getting some of those adults, you get in a habit, right? And so COVID, people were in a habit of staying at home and being isolation.
Yes.
Which when we talk about advancing whole health, it's not just the physical, it's not just your heart healthy, it's also your mental aspect. And so getting people to break that cycle, to come back in and engage with people. When we're at the Y, people they build that relationship. They have that sense of belonging. They start to connect with other people. It is amazing to me when storms start to come our way. There are just organic text chains that go out across the community of people from a water aerobics class checking on each other, being sure that, hey, how's everybody doing? Do you have enough, if your power goes out, do you have enough medicine to get you through X, Y, and Z? Hey, I know that your road got shut. Can I get you a ride to the Y so that you can make it to the water aerobics class today?
So you got to tell everybody real quick, what does your job consist of? Because you talked about it on the group. what is your hand motion? What is your, like, what's your job? Like, how do you know you're doing a good job? Do you have to give 50 of these
50 high fives.
high fives? Tell people, show them on the camera.
We'll just call that
Show
clapping.
them, all right? We're watching you on the camera. You're giving a big high five.
It is amazing to me.
You're a cheerleader.
You can go through the course of a day and one, people say, what's a normal day at the Y? But there's no normal day. Just in the past couple of weeks, I have spent my time on the soccer field with 4 and 5-year-olds, teaching them to play soccer. You go the next day, you're out there with kindergarten and first graders with flag football, getting them to learn how to do handoffs, and which is the funny piece is teaching the kids how to pull the flags because it has this popping sound.
Yeah.
And once you get a bunch of kindergarten and first graders giggling about the popping sound, about 10 minutes later, you can move on to your next activity. But the sense of community that happens with that, because the parents are all sitting on the side, introducing themselves to each other, getting to know each other. You have volunteer coaches that are coming out that are giving of their time to pour into these kids to see what's happening. And to say that, to say that I'm the executive director of experience, I get to be a part of all of this. If I show up to work or don't show up to work, these things are going to happen because that's just what the community is about. That's what the Y just becomes, that central part of bringing people together.
Well, since you're in charge of excellence and experience, because we gave you
You keep adding the E's to this.
We did, yeah, E. I'm going to ask you a question. You got to be honest, but before I do that, so the people in Mosaic, they can come and volunteer. We're 500 houses. So 1,000 people have nothing to do. I'm about the only one that works still, believe it or not, and kind of scary. So they can do it. Do you see the sheriff there? Do you see in Goochland? You see Sheriff Creasy?
He's on board of volunteers.
Is he really? He's awesome. Reason I moved to Goochland is Sheriff Creasy.
Okay.
In fact, because I lived in Chesterfield, Carl Leonard, good friend, but I'm looking to retire. And I fell in love with Goochland because of Creasy. But and the fire chief, obviously. I mean, it's an amazing community. Powhatan, I don't know too well. Bill Barnes, I don't know if you know him. He's an insurance agent. He's on my board of directors here, but you need to get by and meet him. The other meeting I just had yesterday was Banner Christian School, and I've got to get somebody in charge, probably their school. They are at about 250 students right now and looking to go build a campus 2,000 students they see, and it's because of it's an evangelistic. I can't say the word evangelistical.
It's an E word. We got you.
Another one I could add that to.
Yeah.
But I am on the board of Fork Union Military Academy, which is a Christian military school for men, for boys, and so now I learned about Banner Christian. Has been around for 23 years. They went up and down. And God just got a place for them. And so I can see them maybe working with you guys. I go to the chapel, obviously 5,000-6,000 people. So the Y working with those kind of populations is probably a great thing in what you do because you're the director of experience and excellence.
So much of what we do involves volunteers.
Yeah.
The Learn to Swim program that I was talking about, volunteers are in the water. And you talk about different people. Several years ago, Dr. Rayleigh, who is now the county administrator for Richmond, was the superintendent of schools.
Yeah.
We had him in the water teaching the kids how to swim.
Kidding.
And so
he's a good man. Yeah.
It was great. He and our CEO then TJ were in the water together, and just the kids' faces to light up to say, "Wow, you're in the water to teach me how to swim." It was meaningful.
Makes it more believable. All right. So the last question, Christian Mary, he is what I said 5 minutes. The man's at 9 minutes already. Yeah. So we got to cut this off. But I walk in, you're the customer of experience. You're the director of experience. I walk in and join. I want 6-pack abs in 9 months. I have a better chance of having a baby. You're not going to high five me. I've never had 6-pack abs.
I'm going to high five you. We're going to work toward goals. Different people have different goals.
Right.
Achievement means different things to different people. So
I love the E's. Let's keep getting them titles with E's. Thank you, everybody. Looking forward to y'all hearing this and seeing this production here. Thank you.
Thank you.